look at Bill. Best nurse some mead at the tavern.
Oh, raining again.
Grand those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe. Grand those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe.
Here, Bill, watch it.
Drink last night too?
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Gonna be puddles.
Foreigner, watch your step.
Grand those swords, but I prefer my trusty
I warned
axe.
them the weather would turn.
Oh, raining again. We serve her who is virgin, mother and throne.
Take a soothsayer to know when it's raining.
Oh,
Let's go.
More trouble.
Whoa there, Roach.
hey.
These let us down these
We gotta drag their corpses out of the inn.
Amidst the cliffs and peaks. My mark.
Gotta keep an eye on him.
Yeah. That caught had turned. Here, Bill. You drink last night too?
Look at sword.
Oh! Yeah. That caught had turned. last night was... Oof. You're pale. You drink last night too?
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Got me eye on you.
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a Witcher.
Berna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style. Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of food.
Geralt, do you think I donned an evening dress to show off for the seals?
Just want to get some air.
Very well. Once you've aired out thoroughly, find me by the entrance to the feast hall.
Greetings, White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by. Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh yeah?
The best stocked armory in all Skellige is right here at Caer Trolde Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time. Give them all a careful look.
What do you think? Who'll be the next king of the Isles?
Hjalmar, clear as day. Lad's brave and generous. And from Croc's own line. No better claimant.
Looking for someone who can make me a master quality breastplate.
Never known a master who wasn't a dwarf.
Fergus, perhaps? Say he's holed up somewhere in Velen.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Hearts never crumble.
Pam param, pam pam param, pam param. Ah, pfft. Fucking sword.
Brand those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
Aye, aye. Foreigner, watch your step.
Lady Yennefer.
Sir,
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugas, Madman Lugas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otrek on Hindar.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go! We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Yalma's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first, wins.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn. Show the little wench her place.
Put some coin on it.
won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's. See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a witcher sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
What are you using for?
Do you have
Geralt, this is Holger Blackhand, Berna, Brand's widow, and our hostess today. You've already met.
Widow? A widow's duty is to lie beside her husband.
A widow's duty is to care for the king's son.
Not by our customs, it ain't.
Your customs are barbarous.
A custom that demands widows burn themselves alive? Too harsh.
Foreigners?
Holger, perhaps you'd like to show us the meaning of courage? Walk willingly into flames? I'm sure we can scrape together some wood.
Calling me a coward?
Calm yourself, Holger. You speak to a widow at her husband's wake.
Heard a lot of good things about Bran.
I will miss him sorely. I was not his first wife, but I bore him his firstborn son and saw him off on his final journey. We lived a great many years together.
Let's move on, Yen.
High time we did as well. Come, Svanriga.
Byrne is a scheming whore. Refuses to admit her reign's ended. Bran knew how to keep her in line. Let's drink to his memory.
Bran, a great king, a great man.
May our next king be his equal.
Geralt.
All right, let's go.
They say he poisons the Jarl. The very reason Udalric's slowly losing his mind.
Curious. Very curious.
Nothing here for you.
To a cold, distant shore, I must sail. Cross the wide, somber sea.
I couldn't help overhearing. Fate was unkind to your menfolk.
Widow's Isles. That's what Skellige is.
To you Continentals. War started a half year back. We've been fighting Nilfgaard for years now.
And we're not like to ever stop.
Your husbands died glorious deaths.
Oh, aye. Gotten captained a longship, near 36 men aboard. Raided half a dozen Nilfgaardian villages, filled his hull with captives. On the return, they came across a black fleet, 3 galleons. But our men did not flee. Instead, they drew close and boarded. Gotten chopped off an Imperial captain's head. Then they backed him against the rails. He died with a war cry on his lips.
My Hota was a scout. Snuck into the enemy's camp. Hounds sniffed him out. When the Black Ones surrounded him, he slit his own throat, refused to let them question him.
Crach's sure to see that you're cared for.
Women don't need men to care for them, Geralt.
The sorceress speaks true. We take care of ourselves. War and death are twin sisters. We've long known both.
No one mourns here. Tears we replace with vengeance. The women of Skellige are fertile, and we birth no cowards.
Farewell. May your sons make port as many times as they sail out.
As the gods will it, so shall it be.
Must say, I like the women of Skellige. It's as if each one would make a good sorceress.
Can't think of a single sorceress from Skellige, let alone a famous one.
Litternaid, known also as Coral. Don't you remember?
Then I left myself behind, drove you from my heart and mind, across the wide, somber sea.
Yeah?
You're not twisting me o'er.
I'm busy.
Gone completely mad. He's raised Dunar's villages.
Lies. Who'd believe that shite?
Druids managed to contain the curse, but pestilence still blows in the winds.
What did you...
What's that mean? The Isles are in for hard times. Speak clear.
The heart was deformed. An ill omen always.
An ill omen for me as well. Hear me. What'll become of me?
Fear not, Jarl. I'll not let you perish. I assure you. You need only follow my counsel.
I present to you Geralt of Rivia. Geralt, this is Udalric, Jarl of the Brockfer clan, from Speakerog, and his advisor Hjort.
The White Wolf.
Greetings.
If you don't mind, Yen, I'd like to ask about us. What's the future hold in store?
The one you seek, you will find. And then she will die.
So I won't meet a tall, dark stranger? I shall have to content myself with you, Geralt.
I sense the mockery in your voice, my lady. But my omens do not lie.
Gotta say, never really believed in omens and auguries.
One's belief, or lack thereof, makes no difference.
Tell him what awaits him. What you told me.
Your fates will intertwine. Yours and Udalric's. You will walk in darkness. Before you, fire and shadow.
Hear that, Geralt? Everything clear now?
Thanks for the prediction.
You do not believe now, but you will yet remember my words.
Nice to meet you both.
A toast to honor King Bran's memory.
A worthy gesture, Udalric, but I need to keep my head clear today. Got an important conversation later. Strange man.
I hear he's very sick, carrying himself unusually well tonight.
Yes.
Tell me
Across the wide,
do you
somber sea.
believe that?
You're not.
Lies. Who'd believe that shite?
Tell me, Lugos.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Settle this outside.
Who the fuck are you to advise me, eh?
Someone with better manners. You insult Bran's memory and Krak's hospitality with this. Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully melty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all the boredom. Come on, freak. Show us what you're made of.
Move the benches. There's to be some gob slapping.
Fist his fucking gob. Make him choke on his teeth already.
Only turned old pious Peter after he violated the priestess. He finished the prophet Modern Freer. That's what.
That's true. Glad to see it.
Plow him in the mug. Fist his fucking gob. Make him choke on his teeth already.
Cross his gob, white one. Pulp him.
Mistake. Had enough?
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you but a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
Sure, I'll knock one back with you, Lugos.
Drink like you fight, and we're in for a good time. To Bran!
Yennefer and I'd be honored. Here's to your health. Forgive us. We should mingle, talk to some of the other guests.
Dunar only turned old pious Peter after he dirty fool. He feared the wrath of Modern Freer. That's what.
Young cloth sellers stacked high with barrels of them.
Got a minute? Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a good king.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers, and everyone loved him again.
Farewell.
Others say Udalric's got murder on the brain.
Lugos has got completely mad. He's raised Dunar's villagers.
Tell me honestly,
Lies.
do you believe,
Believe that shit.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Urboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct. hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
That was close. This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic. Amazing.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Looks alive. $100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermien appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please. Yes?
basin of water?
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it. Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals, they're alive. Yen, watch out. Monsters. Feel it. Coming closer. They're everywhere. Strange. Mushrooms in here.
No. To my mind, it's the center of the grass drying the sun. That's one less.
What now, you piece of filth? What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt.
Looks alive. Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please. I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions. Ah, our dear Druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Urboros must be here.
Letter bearing Ermion's seal. To the Druids. Warns them about you.
Wondrous world of insectoids.
Seems Ermion has real tobacco
plants.
brought in.
Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlove. A biography in Hunt.
Skelliger's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female. A child's skull. A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
A goat carved out of lindenwood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Dwarven triple mead. Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist.
Ermion's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. So, statue, how about a skull? Guess you're no indecisive prince. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I've a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here. Geralt, come here! I found... This is it. We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before... It's a trap! You're imprisoned!
Just wonderful. Ow! Hang your head from my saddle.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight. Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle.
Kraken Crate asked about you.
We went out. For a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. Thank you. We'll take take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the Beyond. We must now choose his successor. The king must be wise. The king must command respect. The king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth.
Across the wide, somber sea.
See the bulls this
You're
year?
not there. Then I left myself behind. Drove you from my heart and mind. Across the wide, somber sea.
Suddenly, what strength, flame, Nice. Good believe much.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Lugos has gone completely mad. He's raised Dunar's diligence. See the bulls this year.
Piles of it.
To a cold, distant shore, I must cross the wide, somber sea. I will sail. I must leave you
May
behind.
the best man,
You might think me
a
an
woman,
Across
win.
the wide, somber sea, I will sail.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Need your help. Ciri probably came here to Skellige.
And very likely caused the cataclysm along the coast. The site upon which the Druids focus so intensely now.
A site Ermion refuses to let us explore.
Specifically, he won't let me explore it. We fought. We're not friendly now.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Anvol, tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the Isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Ardskellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the Isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ardskellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krach. I will see you later.